Hi, I'm Neil Cresswell with the Kickstarter Watches and Horology Microbrands group on Facebook, and today we're having a look at an actual production S65 from Schaffen. That's the sports version. There's also the A65, which is more the dress watch version. And those of you who are in the group will be familiar with this because this is one we had as a special offer on the group, 10% lower price than on Kickstarter, or an upgrade to an 18 karat plated gold rotor. So that was a special group offer we had during the Kickstarter campaign. I think it was quite popular. We had roughly about 20 people signing up for that. And it's a special limited edition with other features as well. So this is why we're reviewing it. So this is actual production. It's the one that I've received. I got this one as a corporate gift, so it doesn't have my name on it. But we'll take a look. So first things first, it's a nice box, as you can see, and however the box is not wood, it's kind of a faux wood. I can see that carefully when it's folded over, but it's very neatly done. This is a soft padded material as well. So I think it works pretty nicely overall. And the warranty card, it's a 2-year warranty, is really nice. It's basically solid metal, so and that's engraved on the front Schaffen, and obviously you have the details on the back. And of course we have the watch itself, which is really what we want to get into here, so I'll put the box to one side. There's also a little cleaning cloth in there as well, which is a nice little touch. So pretty sturdy box, nothing wrong with it, but nicely presented. So we'll look at the watch, and that's really what we want to get into here. So this is the S65, and one of the reasons we like this and decided to allow it as an offer, it's got a few features that make it a little bit different, such as it's got a kind of a ledgestone patterning on the dial. It's a 3D textured dial, so that made it a bit different. It is an integrated bracelet, which can be a plus. It looks a little different, but it also can be a negative in the fact that you can't actually swap out the bracelet for something else very easily. You'd have to buy a strap from Schaffen. You couldn't do a standard 22mm or whatever the size is strap and get it in there with the usual method of attaching, just because you'd have to have something uniquely made as the attachment point. It is a nice bracelet. While we're on the bracelet, before we get back to the watch, it does have screwed pins. Got that upside down. There we go. So you can see the screwed pins in here. It is a butterfly clasp that's nicely hidden. A very simple V logo. They didn't overdo it. Double button on the butterfly, so you can open either side, both sides. Looks like that's probably pressed rather than milled. Not particularly thin, but it's very sturdy, which is the main thing you want in a butterfly clasp. It's not going to bend or anything like that. There is an exhibition case back, of course, which brings us on to one of the unique features of the design that we did for the group, which is, probably won't pick it up so well in this slide. I'll put some additional lighting on here, might help a little bit. Don't know if you can see, there's some perlage in there on the plating, which is black, and that's black ruthenium. So I'll have to have a look at the video. I'm kind of looking through the camera right now. It might not pick up on it so well, but it's interesting. It's just decoration's a little different. And as well as the usual wording, we have a custom rotor for the group. It says Swiss Elabore, because it is an Elabore grade movement, which is better than a standard one. And this says LA for limited edition, number 01 of 20. So we did 20, and this is a limited edition just for us. So it's a screw down case back. What's nice about this compared to some other watches, it's sapphire glass on the back as well as the front. Normally you only get sapphire glass on the front. They tend to skimp a bit on the back, and you can see it is basically got some screws here to screw it into place. It's a screwed down case back, as opposed to a twist on case back. Sapphire glass on the front does have an anti-reflective coating as well. And let's do some tests, as this is the production one. I've not actually done the test on this yet, so we might as well kill two birds with one stone. Get some testing out of the way, and also dimensions. If I remember right from the spec, this is 9.8mm tall. It does look like flat sapphire crystal, and it's not even boxed, so that should come in about 10mm. So let's check it out. We see what we really get here. So that's always a good sign if everything works out. So this is where me being left-handed using one of these things right-handed, I tend to screw up a little bit, but let's hopefully see what we can find. So I'm seeing 10.2, so perhaps there is a very slight 10.1. There we go. So if you call it 10 millimeters, it's 0.3 difference, but I think that's really nice for a movement that has, well, it's an automatic movement because they tend to be a little bit taller. Just to take care of the rotor here. So we'll do the Sapphire glass test, jumping around a little bit, sorry about this. And if it lights up 3 or 4 bars, it's Sapphire glass, and of course it lights up 3 or 4 bars. So everything's as I would expect with this. Height-wise is good. The width is, the widest point is 39.5 millimeters. So perhaps that's slightly smaller than some of the 42 millimeters you often see, but it's about the same size as a typical Rolex, so it gives you an idea in terms of fit and finish on it. And it's a pretty nice movement. It's a Swiss movement, SW200, a Solita. Got some nice features. It's high beats. It's a very smooth second-hand sweep. It hacks, it hand winds. I've tested this out. I've been running some tests on it for a few days, as the first person who received one of these had an issue with accuracy. So I've definitely been testing this one out, and it's pretty accurate within a few seconds per day, which is what I would expect for an Alibore grade movement. And it works really well. When the date advances, when you go past midnight, it advances with a snap at exactly 12. So it's pretty nice, much nicer than some of the other entry-level movements that we see. In terms of other features that are unique to our group, it says a limited edition on the dial beneath Schaffen. That's just for us. Normally it wouldn't say that. We have the customization that you get with the Schaffen watches, which is the reason we went with them. And here it's got somebody else's name, not my name, just because I got this as a corporate gift. And the other difference we have on our dial that you don't normally get, it says Swiss made at the bottom. So those are all the features I was looking for, so I'm happy to get them. I do like the look of this. Just to give you an idea on the wrist, I haven't resized this because it's for somebody else, but just give you a quick idea. We'll keep this pretty short. It's a nice looking watch. I definitely like the look of it. This one came in 3 color combinations. It had a white dial, a blue dial, and this is the grey dial. And I really like the grey dial. It's a little bit more understated, so I think that makes it a little bit more sophisticated. Price-wise, the A65 was $399, which is amazing to be under $400 for a Swiss movement mechanical. And this is $449, a little bit more expensive, slightly different styling, but you get the bracelet, and it's pretty robust. You've got a robust movement, sapphire glass all round, and it's a 50-meter water rating. So all in all, a pretty nice movement, and you can actually see it's also got screwed pins here as well, as opposed to spring bars. So that's kind of adds to the robustness a little bit. So I think we've probably covered all the main features. People have already seen the look of this watch from the campaign. Overall, I'm really happy with this. I think it was an excellent value for those that got that, and hopefully if you missed out, you'll be able to take advantage of some of the other offers that we have from time to time. Thanks a lot. If you've got any questions, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to address them. Take care.